Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Tower of God. Oh man. Alright, let me be straight. Rachel has brought out the dragon in me. She is so trash. Let me get on her real quick. Rachel, you devilish eyes having, demon life living, booty smelling. I swear to God, man, I wanted to say everybody was just overreacting and overdoing the whole Rachel hate thing, but she hasn't even fully committed to her hate, to her mischief that she's done yet. In the case of us knowing why she did it, knowing that if she did it as well, if she was gonna try to make every single person fail that is taking part in this, like there's so many different things that are wrong about this, and to think I got so angry, it's funny because I really didn't care what everybody was saying about her being evil or whatever they wanted to say, right? They can say whatever they want. I'm just trying to watch the anime. I'm just trying to, enjoy myself. And next thing you know, after putting his life in further and further danger, after taking this test because he wants to be able to take her up to the top, not any other reason. I'm pretty sure this would have went off without a hitch if he did not say anything about bringing her into the picture when it comes down to uh, leaving for the next couple of steps, because I'm pretty sure he already passed. All the people that Kuhn would have wanted to pass, passed. And he didn't really care about Rachel, but since someone else cared about Rachel, he's willing to take those extra steps to help out a buddy. But not knowing that Rachel is a piece of crap all along, or this is just another setup, as this webtoon has so many small details that go into every bits of action that it would not surprise me that if this is just a setup on the part of Rachel needed to do this, or she would have been confronted by something else different that we didn't know about, or hear me out, Rachel just sucks. Because at the end of the day, man, like everybody was grinding for her, even people we never expected to accept the the friendship and the acknowledgement upon, like the princesses, or just like other people who wanted to just do things for themselves and push on for themselves. All of a sudden, they're all in to help this one person achieve something that is seemingly unachievable, because not only did they have someone who was ridiculously broken inside of there trying to take out the princesses, slowing down the process of the victory, but we also got to see just how broken the true princess that we deserve is. Yuri. That is my wifey, and I don't want to hear anybody else claiming, oh, she was my waifu in the webtoon. I don't care. She's my wifey now. You can all back down. It's okay. I'll take care of her. I'll hold all the swords and be her navigator with the other navigators. Alright? Alright, I'm glad we settled that. Bruh, she is so fire. Oh my gosh. Not only does her flicks have deadly potential in it, she in general just has a ridiculously hype character design. She is overpowered, and above all else, she has a soft side for our boy, in the grand scheme of us just thinking she likes him, or thinking she wants to truly see him prevail for no uh, benefit benefits of her own, right? Like that's kind of what we gotta believe at this point. She hasn't shown any real reason that she's going to want to take out Vaughn or anything along those lines. So why is it that she is so infatuated with him in the case of pretty much seeing the sword and just being like, I lent that to him, and why is it here? Why is he not here with this? Like, she's just mostly curious of what he's up to, and coming to find out that he is like the center of the test, and that our girl was about to just crush the whole entire test in general, seeing how a lot of rules have already been broken. A lot. And for some reason, they're treating this test as if nothing bad has happened, right? Like, oh yeah, nothing out of the norm happened. I mean, we had some like crazy assassin guy in there that supposedly we should have took it out, but hey, we just let him rock. Um, we just let that slip under the rug, but we still want to continue this whole entire thing as a whole. But man, this is why the episode, or not the episode, but the series is so hype and fire to watch. It's just because of the small things they do, the small things they're capable of getting away with uh, when it comes down to the fight having all these tiny details that you can watch happen and kind of guess what's going to happen after they are shown. Um, right now, I have like a freaking sneeze coming on, and I'm holding it in as best as I can for you. But with Bond straight up fighting for everything uh, to protect Rachel, who he thinks is not even really capable of standing up at this point, seeing how she has not stood up since she's gotten this weird chair thing. Um, it was crazy to see him go all out against a monster where he couldn't even leave a certain area. He was actually trapped and confined to a certain space, right? So because of that, he's then locked into a battle with something that shouldn't even be there, in my opinion, because of just, pieces of the puzzle that are moving with this old guy, the sheep guy, sending out the bull right before his death, which I didn't think he was going to go out like that. I thought he was going to escape and be one of those weasels that are just lying in wait for the next chance. But to be fair, I don't think with how brutal and rough everybody is with each other and looking down as each other as like insects and whatnot, I don't think he would have lived very much longer if he actually failed to bring back anything being so close as he was, right? So that's another thing to kind of question is, do you think he would have actually did well against his leader when coming back empty-handed the way he was about to? And I also love all of Yuri's helpers in the case of she wasn't able to kill the sheep without big consequences, right? Like there would have been major problems if she did that. And that's kind of what the sheep guy wanted the horn girl to do if she was going to take that extra mile to betray and attack him. Then it just led to him believing that, oh, well, now I get to kill both of you, like I have to fight you out of self-defense, so that's kind of his shtick, that's kind of his thing. And because that was the case, he was about to try to bop everybody he could. And even hearing that there's friendship between the princesses is should be like a troubling thing to hear, unless the king has a way of controlling all of these princesses, or if he's just that much stronger than every single one of them if they even teamed up. Because with just Yuri alone, it goes to show you how ridiculous a princess could be if she's a ranker as well. Um, there's a lot of small details that I want to get into, but I have to make 3 videos, including this one, so it's just hard for me to break down every little thing I saw. So I'm gonna try to do a little speed run of it. Seeing Kuhn's family member, who is also an outcast, was interesting. He was also a person moving around with Yuri as well, so it seems like he's found a new princess to follow, or unless like they're all supposed to follow one princess from their family and support her. It seems like him being an outcast has to do with Yuri and why maybe he's following her, thinking that, this is his version of the sister to Kun, that maybe he believes in her travel, her push, her everything, So we didn't get really anything from the brother that's an outcast or whatever he is to Kun. Just some member of the family. I loved his hair though. He looked sick with that short hair, even though he looked just like Kun. I guess it makes sense because they're all a part of the same family. So his family sounds kind of like the king with his princesses, but the princesses have a lot more differences between each other compared to their family, which they look almost he look identical to him. So it's only a matter of time till we find out there's probably more that looks identical to him. So yeah, man, this episode had me very concerned with what the ranker was actually going to do or what he's actually doing. Like, what is the administrator doing to, or like, what has everybody done to be this, like, uh, dead on? Like, the administrator is really focusing on taking it to Bond to the irregular helpers, so if you help an irregular, you're just in trouble. And now we're in a position where we just have to wait and see what all these little different build-ups are going to be about, because I absolutely loved this episode until the very end, which brought out the dragon in me, as you saw me destroy all those people. But with all that being said, my anime people, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. Please let me know in the comments what you're feeling about this webtoon, if webtoons are definitely for you, because like I said, there are so many tiny details, like even the red-haired girl being called out by another navigator for being in these tests. He's like, why is that navigator here? Like, what does that even mean? Like, why is she there? Why hasn't she said anything about anything if she's kind of important to some people? So we'll see how this all plays out. I love shows that just don't leave it open ended in the case of uh, not like showing stuff and not telling us. But it feels like everything they're showing us in the show always has answers to it at the end of the day. So I don't really have uh, the fear of not getting answers when it comes down to this show being as straightforward as it is. There's also a lot of potential of them sharing details to make the story even better. So, all that being said, everybody, I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care and peace.